once again at Venice Golds. Today we're going to hit some quads, hams, and calves, primarily focus on the quads. Just finished a photo shoot, so I'm a little bit exhausted, but I'm going to put everything into it for you guys. So let's go do it. One round, one more. Probably got some blood in there. Time to do some presses. It's also important to make sure you stretch. You know, after you've thoroughly warmed up, however you warm up, whether you're doing leg extensions, light hamstrings, cardio, stairs, running, jogging, whatever it is you do, before you get into leg presses, it's also important to do some stretching. I don't spend like an hour stretching before because it's actually counterproductive to overstretch before you're lifting weights, but I think it's important to do a lot of stretching in between sets. So let's say we do like some leg extensions or leg presses in between, grab the ankle, pull back and stretch, straighten hips out. Stretching is important. It's actually going to help you get more muscle growth. All right. So for the leg press, the conventional way to do the leg press would be feet right in the middle of the platform. You do feet close together, works the the outer sleeve. You do wider, it works more of the inner thigh. You go higher, works a lot of the hamstring. But what we do is I'm trying to put a lot of emphasis on the lower quad, which is what a lot of guys question me about is how do you make the teardrop bigger, the lower part of the quad and whatnot. Well, that's pretty simple. Basically what you're gonna do, you're gonna actually drop your heels a little bit lower on the leg press, like so. And a little bit of a narrower stance. Now obviously you won't be able to go as deep on these leg presses, and it doesn't necessarily mean you're not doing a full rep. With this particular movement, just stay tight when you come all the way down, and make sure you're squeezing in the quad, so just like so. Again, do the movement, go right into a stretch. Also, what we like to do is, since we're right around contest time, whether it's before contest or after, we still try to stay pretty heavy, but our rep range is still relatively high in the 15 rep range. We sort of like to incorporate a little bit of volume training. In the off season, so that's a little bit different. We tend to go a little bit heavier, as heavy as we can really, and the reps would obviously drop, anywhere from 6 to 8 to 10 reps. But right now we still try to aim for 15 reps on everything. I got my watch. Normally I always have my watch, especially if Charles isn't here. I set my timer on my watch. It's basically 60 seconds, the timer goes off. I gotta be getting back into the machine and being ready to start the next set. Again, heels lower. Nice and dead in here at this hour. That was great. So basically that was 4 sets of 15. Let's transfer this weight right over here. Max squat time. Okay, this movement, conventional hack machine, you do this way. So basically what we're gonna do on this is we do a reverse hack. Okay, now reverse hack machine is basically simple like this. Like so. And when you go down, you got to keep your hips inward. Don't allow your hips to go outward. And you start using too much glute. Keep them inward. You're also using glute. You're also using the quad and the hamstring.
You did good. So good deal. Awesome. Yeah. I won't stop you, man. Cool. I know, dude.
set. That one got me. All right, on the next movement. Isn't someone missing up here? Oh yeah, Arnold. Arnold came in and removed his pictures from Gold's Gym when he became governor. It's a mystery, we don't know why. But if you notice, I think you'll see maybe one picture of this whole gym with Arnold. Why is that? Okay. Front squats. Time for some front squats. We generally do these type of movements towards the middle or the end of the quad workout. The quads are a little more fatigued due to the leg press movement, so we won't have to go as heavy on these movements, but we stay pretty strict in the movements, nice and slow, nothing fast, no bouncing, basically no injuries. Good stretch to do for quads instead of holding your leg all the time. Just prop your leg up on a bar behind you and try to drive the knee into the ground, hip forward. So make sure that this exercise stays balanced and works the best. Make sure you put this bar right up against your throat, high up on your shoulders as possible. And when you're going down, the most important thing is to keep your elbows up high, because if you start to let your elbows drop forward, obviously your body's going to want to come forward and the bar is going to roll off your shoulders. Now the more erect that you stay from the side, if you look from the side, the more you're staying, the more direct quad you're doing, as opposed to a squat when your bar's behind you and you're leaning forward, you tend to stick your glutes out more and you work your ass a lot more. Right now we're primarily just working the quad, so stick that right in there. Seated lat weight rope climber. I've never actually tried it, but I see people do it all the time. Got a lot of pieces of equipment in this gym. This is basically the Gold's Gym. We kind of use this as a showcase for a lot of the new equipment that comes out. For those of you that haven't been here, this is just room 1. The second room just as large, and the third room is even larger than this. So got a lot of equipment here. And that's why people like me travel all the way out here. Sometimes it takes me a good hour to get here to train, but just the whole atmosphere, the equipment, you know, it's a good place to, you know, be serious. Calves is one of those muscles. It's probably one of the hardest muscles to grow. They say calves, abs, forearms. It's because they can handle the most abuse and they recover very fast. So for you to really make your calves grow, I'd say you got to hit them a minimum of 3 days a week. And I like to hit them 3 days a week, so on leg day, and I pick 2 other days. And you vary the type of workout. So one of the days would be a high intensity, very heavy. Another day would be drop sets, and then another day would be like super volume, like anywhere from 50 to even 100 reps. And again, the calves, because of the fact that you walk around all day on your feet, they can handle thousands of pounds of abuse and pressure, and again, they recover very fast. So if you want to make them grow, you got to really put some time and effort into, you know, making them grow, forcing them to grow. I'm still in decent shape. I got a little bit of some striations on the peak. And since today we're only going to be doing standing calf extensions. Basically, you do your set, you do about 4 sets, bang out 15 reps, and you literally wait about 30, maybe 40 seconds to go right back into it. quads, hams, calves. Time to go eat. Immediately after my workout, I already preload all my shakes, before I even come to the gym. And this is what I recommend to all my clients. If you're not already doing this, this is a good little tip right here. What you do is you buy your empty shaker bottles, and basically what I do is I load up my protein, which I use a whey isolate. For my off season, I'm trying to get more calories and more carbs. I'll use a waxy maize type product. With a couple scoops of that, get 70 grams of carbohydrates. A couple scoops of BCAAs for muscle recovery. 10 grams of glutamine, all in one. So basically that's my next meal immediately after I work out. I try to get this in within about 15 minutes after I'm done lifting. And the protein I put in here, about 2 scoops, which is about average 40 grams of protein. It's simple. Since it's already preloaded, you just add water. I usually try to get in about 10 to 12 ounces of water. Shake that bad boy up. Good to go. And then within an hour from this, I have my next meal, which would consist of a good protein, whether it be fish, chicken, or some red meat, and some more carbohydrates. Usually for me, because of my blood type, I use white rice or brown rice. There you have it.